Good morning, Eddie. Was it a little bit of deja vu? What were your feelings when all this started again?
Look, we just treat it as normal now. Every day's an adventure, and we're on a bit of a roller coaster at the moment. COVID keeps coming, and we just accept it, get on with it. It's a great opportunity for a young guy like Bevan Rod, play his first test at Twickenham against one of our arch enemies, Australia. So, we've got the greatest confidence in him, and Trevor's been in our squad since summer now, and deserves the opportunity off the bench. So while we're disappointed for Ellis because he's such an important part of our team, it's a great opportunity for the team to step up and for those two young players to step up.
So just confirming what you've said there, Eddie, Bevan, will he be coming into the starting 15 and Trevor will be covering loosehead because he can play on both sides of the scrum?
He will finish for us, yes.
And have you had to make any other calls as cover because this is another front row problem?
Not at this stage. We're pretty much into our pre-match, and we don't want any more disruptions. So we're just getting on with it now.
Thanks, Eddie. Thanks, Sarah. James, we'll come to you, please.
Hi, Eddie. Just how disruptive is this? The second week running, it's happened on the eve of a game.
Look, everyone has mixed emotions. I was watching the players come through this morning. Some are disappointed for Ellis, others are angry, others just want to get on with it. So we just had a short team meeting this morning. Got everyone, Owen and the senior players spoke really well. Got everyone back on the same page, and we just got on with it, mate. It's a chance for us to show what strength we have as a team, how we can support these two young guys coming through, and everyone's just going to have to step up a little bit.
And is this sustainable through the winter, do you think, with elite sport?
Yeah, 100%, mate. I think the government and NHS and public health and our medical staff, and I'm sure medical staffs all around professional teams, are coping with the problem well. It's not going to go away. It keeps coming, and we've just got to deal with it. And I think every time we have a case, we deal with it better, deal with it emotionally better, and deal with it operationally better. So it's just a fact of life at the moment.
And how is Ellis?
Look, he's enormously disappointed, mate. He's vice captain of this team. He loves playing against Australia. He loves the challenge of playing at Twickenham. But, he'll rebound, mate. It'd be an interesting isolation with him and Marla together if they were together. Unfortunately, they're not, because we might only end up with one coming out.
But he's okay, is he, health-wise?
Yeah. No, he's not sick at all, mate, which is obviously the frustrating thing for him.
Thank you.
Thanks, James. Will Kelleher, please.
Hi, Eddie. Just on the protocols of what happens next, is it a nervous wait overnight to get more results in, or are you all clear now? You have to reorganise the team tomorrow? How does it all work from now?
Oh, well, we don't worry about that, mate. If that happens, we'll deal with it just as we dealt with it this morning. We've got a process in place in the team, within the staff, and in communication with the players, so we'll just get on with it, mate.
In terms of the protocols in the week, am I right in saying that the players didn't go home this week like they did last week?
That's correct.
Will you revisit things? Now, this is now your third COVID positive. I know the situation with Owen was that it was positive and then proved a false positive, but are you concerned that it keeps spreading like this?
It's a fact of life at the moment. You just got to watch the BBC News every morning and see the number of cases every day in the UK. It's out there. We're doing everything we can to safeguard the team against it, and trying to apply some common sense. And I think since COVID, we've had 2 positive cases, which is in nearly 2 years now. So I think our strike rate's pretty good, mate.
Can we just ask you about Bevan? Obviously, he wasn't in your initial squad, but is now starting, being quite a week for him, being called up and then straight into the number 1 jersey. Can you just talk about, it's obviously going to be his first cap as well, the merits of him and what he might bring to the team?
Yeah, look, he's a very good young player. I've been watching him closely for the last 12 months. We brought him into the summer squad, but we played Ellis and Ben O'Barno. So I've been watching his progress. He's a fantastic defensive player, very good chop tackler, and a strong scrummager, and a really good attitude to work, really good attitude to be part of the team. You know, the response the team gave him this morning when he was announced the starting member was quite emotional, mate.
Thank you.
Thanks, Will. Martin, please.
Yeah, Eddie, you got through 20 months, the sort of height of COVID, without any COVID positives. Are the two positives you've had now almost the inevitable consequence of players quite naturally having more freedoms than maybe they did this time last year?
I wouldn't say that, mate. I would say that there's a law of averages here. If we were to sit down 20 months after a COVID-19 pandemic and say we had 2 positive cases, I think we'd be pretty wrapped with that result. So I just think there's a lot more out there. You hear of a lot more people with COVID now than I heard during the height of the pandemic. Number of people being affected by it. So we're keeping very strict regulations about what we do, and we're pleased with the discipline of the players. So I think it's just one of these unfortunate consequences of a pandemic.
Would it be fair to say, though, in common with the wider community, all of us, that the protocols you impose or have been imposed on the team now are a little more relaxed than they were 12 months ago?
Well, I'm not really qualified to talk about that, mate. Yeah, I know within our team we're following all the hygiene. You know, we don't associate with people outside the bubble. You know, we try to keep to ourselves, but we also got to make it normal for the players. And I think we're doing everything we can. You know, life, you know, we generally mirror life, don't we? So if that's the case in life, then it's probably the case here.
Thank you.
Thanks, Martin. Will, we'll come to you. Thanks.
Hi, Eddie. Just for clarity, does Ellis's isolation period mean that he's also going to miss South Africa and his autumn's over?
Yeah, I've got to go through my fingers. I've got 10 fingers, so I can count 10 days on it. So I'll work that out. I haven't really looked at that, mate. I've been just worried about getting the team prepared for this game, and then we'll tackle those issues afterwards.